Hello, my name is Sarah McAllister. I'm the founding director of Feng Shui agency. I'm delighted to give you some general tips, but please note they are not to substitute a professional Feng Shui consultant's advice. So, how to Feng Shui your garden? Well, for a garden, the left and right balance is going to be really important. If you stand at the front of your property with your back to your front door, looking outwards towards the front garden, then the left is the dragon side and the right is the tiger side. Now the left is the male side, the right is the female side. This applies equally at the back of a property. The left at the back and the right at the back are the same as at the front, okay? So this is the male and the female balance. And interestingly, in our own physiology, the left side of the brain governs the more archetypally male activities such as logic, decision making, business. The right side of the brain governs the more feminine activities such as art and language and creativity. Now obviously men and women have both characteristics within them. So in the classical Chinese Feng Shui form, you have the house sitting with a mountain behind it, okay? So the mountain gives you protection. Now it doesn't have to be literally a mountain, but it can be a high fence or a high wall, because we're talking about a principle of protection from invaders, or in these days protection from burglars, okay? So a nice strong mountain at the back of your garden will be good for the house in general. Now outside at the front, what you want to have is a phoenix, as the Chinese refer to it, and that is a nice open view. This gives you a full view of your future. So what we don't like to see in Feng Shui is when you have a door on the side of a property and you come out and you're faced with a brick wall, because it's psychologically quite depressing to come out and face a brick wall all the time, okay? So it's much nicer to have your front door at the front of a property and a good view out of the garden. It doesn't matter if you've got houses opposite you, that still classifies as some sort of view. It's if you have a really tall tree in front of your house that is overpowering. We don't want that, okay? So in your garden design, make sure you don't have really tall trees at the front. Put the tall trees at the back, because again, these tall trees can provide the mountain that we're looking for in the Feng Shui. And the left side needs to be slightly higher than the right side for good male-female balance, okay? If the right side is a little bit too high, the woman can get a little bit domineering. Similarly, if the left side is far too high, the man can get very domineering, and you'd be amazed at the story that the Feng Shui of a garden can tell you about the occupants, you know. It's really quite fascinating.